there's a saying right now that West Palm Beach is becoming the new Miami with the new companies moving in, the building. What are your takes on that?
Yeah, so West Palm Beach, to the extent that West Palm Beach describes kind of Central Palm Beach in general, just like so Miami-Dade County, huge county, Miami-Dade, but Miami pretty much encompasses most of Miami-Dade County. We're getting that way here in Palm Beach County. There's a huge influx, all the way out to the western communities, particularly, so we were talking about Wellington earlier, but out in what would be considered the Wellington corridor maybe, tons and tons of biotech, medical, we've got Cleveland Clinic, Joe DiMaggio, we've got all these health leaders in healthcare that have jumped in here. Particularly if you go a little bit more east, we're starting to get heavily into the financial sector. And that's largely because the cost for these companies in Miami is quite a bit more than it is here in Palm Beach County. And a lot of these companies are moving to Florida and to South Florida because it's attractive for the people that they want to bring in as employees, and they're trying to find places where that becomes sort of a built-in benefit. So we got a pretty large financial sector coming in too. But like I said, the biotech and medical is huge, particularly as you move west, and that's been a big draw for several years, and they just keep building on it. It keeps getting bigger. So was that more or less the answer you were at? I mean, was that the question, or did I miss something?
Do you think that it's right now it's in a fair area where it's not that expensive, but it's getting there? Do you think that West Palm is going to be affected with home losses, because we've already kind of seen investors buying out certain areas?
Two totally different questions in my mind, but let me go ahead and try to answer. So the values are going up. Values are going to continue to go up, and that's just straight population. Now, is there a more affluent population moving to Palm Beach County? Yeah, you would have to say so, because they're being drawn by that same industry and infrastructure we were just talking about, and those positions are generally higher paying positions. As far as investor buying out, so investors have always been a part of the mix. I'm assuming everywhere in the United States, but definitely down here in South Florida. Honestly, we're not going to see anything like we saw back in the quote unquote meltdown, where investors were literally, they would form 3 or 4 LLCs, and each LLC would buy 500 houses, and it became an investor, super heavy investor location, Palm Beach County. And a lot of those investors have sold too, because their numbers at a certain point, the value to sell the property became more attractive than the value to hold the property. We still have investors in the market. We will always have investors in the market, but I don't see the investor purchasing really being a huge cause and effect. Really, the big thing is just the volume of people moving down, and to a certain extent, the price point that they can afford, because we are adding so many, like I said, high-tech jobs, medical jobs that tend to pay a little bit more. So that's the biggest, in a general sense, that's the biggest thing I see.
Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to Living in South Florida Does Not Suck. Please do subscribe with the notification bell on. If you liked today's guest, you can also get more information about them right here. Like magic, it will appear. Anyways, we love having you here. We love having your friends here. Shout it out from the rooftops. Like us on Facebook. Share it with your friends. We'll see you soon here in beautiful, sunny South Florida.